Hi, I'm Dr. Alan Widener from Massage Chair Relief, and I'd like to welcome you to my bi-weekly massage chair industry update for Friday, February 7th, 2025. Thank you for joining me. Well, we've got some discontinued models to report. Daiwa has discontinued their Pegasus 2 Smart model, and their their Daiwa Hubble models have been discontinued. They have also changed some of their shipping costs. Uh, Daiwa has nine branches in the USA that they can ship from and do tech service for customers that live near those branches. Well, they have, of course, they're expanding their sales distribution through online and offline retailers now. They used to just do it through trade shows and county fairs and things like that, but now they're doing it through since 2020 or 2019 full on retail distribution channels. And so they have these nine branches set up, which is very, very convenient in terms of availability of chairs, quicker shipping response, and usually quicker tech availability for repairing. But anyways, now there's certain they ship so much now around the country that they have to be very cautious about their costs of shipping. And so now they've broken up certain parts of the country into a higher or additional costs for shipping to a customer's home. But and that will probably be evident if and when you buy a Daiwa Supreme Hybrid. Particularly, that is their top seller, and that chair will, depending on where you live, may have some additional costs that you hadn't that heretofore had not been needed to worry about. Ogawa and Svago, which are both from the parent company of Kosia USA. They have sales going on currently. They frequently do have sales, and often the sales are just discounted price or including an extended warranty. But you can go on our website and see what the sales are currently. Human Touch came out with their new Supernovo X, and we like that chair a lot. It's a strong chair, strong in terms of feature set, but strong also in terms of strength of massage. And that chair is on. Well, what they have, the chair itself is not on sale, but until March 31st. They are also offering an upgrade. Now, as if you've seen any of my videos before, my industry updates, we've talked about the Novo X or our Novo X videos on our YouTube channel. The chair, one of the interesting features about the chair is that you have interchangeable pads, so you can change the colors of the back pads, and you have interchangeable doors or panels to the side doors, which are, they go up and down, but they're the armrests. And now they're giving you an upgrade, so you can get. And by the way, an upgrade to a leather set is $1,000. Upgrade to a premium door panel is another $1,000, and they're going to give you the choice of one or the other until March 31st. So you can get the upgraded leather pad, or you can get the upgraded door panel for at no charge when you purchase a new Supernovo X. Now we have Valentine's right now. Great time to be purchasing a massage chair as a gift for a loved one. Luraco has a current sale for Valentine's, and Ogawa and Svago have a sale, but that's about it in terms of sales. But we have in-store sales. So if you come to our stores or you call our toll-free number, which is 888-259-5380, you can find out what the latest in-store sales are on any of the models that we carry. Also, I finally nailed down our next guest for our Massage Chair Relief live broadcast, and it's with Nicholas Beese, who we've listened to before. A year ago, I think last spring, we talked to Nicholas because they were transitioning from just Synca and Inner Balance models, and they've integrated all into the Fujiorki name. And they've also become the U.S. distributor for Decor chairs. And Decor used to be an FFL chair. The FFL used to distribute that model. Now Fujiorki distributes it. And I've invited Nicholas to come back and talk about the Decor 2, which is a very popular chair. It's new. It's a beautiful looking chair, but it's got some very interesting features. And anyways, he's going to be joining us to talk about that on the 21st, which is a Friday, February 21st, which is a Friday. And it'll be at 1 o'clock Pacific, 2 o'clock Mountain, 3 o'clock Central, and 4 o'clock Eastern. And you can watch us. You can watch the broadcast live on the website, on our homepage on our website. You can watch it on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/massage chair relief. And you can also watch it on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/massage.chair.relief. So we're looking forward to hear from Nicholas. He's a very knowledgeable guy. I really enjoy talking to him. He's full of information about the massage chair industry. And he's a real great go-to source for, what's going on in our industry. So anyways, he's going to be chatting with us about the Decor 2. And there's some interesting features about the Decor 2 I really want him to go into. And I want a little bit background on the Fujiorki move, on what the parent company has been doing to grow the massage chair industry and grow their products. It's a good company, very good company. But and speaking of Decor, I'm going to, at the end of this broadcast, as I did last month, based on a recommendation from a viewer, I'm going to talk about 2 more chairs. I'm going to compare 2 more chairs. And sometimes I miss things. Like last month, I did the Duo Max versus the Daiwa Supreme Hybrid. And of course, within days, within a day or two, I realized, I should have mentioned that. I should have mentioned that. Now I can't remember it, so I'm okay about forgetting it. But I try to remember. Like I go over the review. I try to get a good vibe for how the chairs feel and what we like about the chairs, and comparing their feature sets. So I'm at the end of this broadcast, I'm going to talk about that. But before I do that, I want to talk about taking care of your massage chair. Now, I assume that if you're watching this video, you either have a massage chair or you're going to be getting a massage chair. And I want to give you 11 tips for keeping your massage chair healthy and happy. I mean, a chair is going to break down from time to time. That's going to happen no matter how well you take care of your chair. But if you don't take care of the chair, the propensity to break down is much greater. And so we want your chair down. We have our lifetime labor warranty. We will do the repair itself. And if you need parts, we'll make sure that you get the parts. But you can prevent breakdowns from happening. And I'm going to talk about some things now that can help you with the health of your new massage chair. You're going to be spending thousands of dollars on it. May as well take care of the doggone thing. So anyways, we talked about the duty cycle. The duty cycle is a cycle attributed to a chair in terms of how long you can let the components run and function, most notably the motors and the motherboards, and then before you need to give it a rest. So if a chair has a 30-minute duty cycle, which is usually the length of the duty cycle is usually the length of the longest program, which is 30 minutes usually. So after 30 minutes of use, you should give it 30 minutes of rest. Now, not everybody does that. Some people need to sit in a chair for an hour straight, especially if you've got back pain that only the massage chair can help. And we have a lot of customers like that. And the reason I know that is because when a chair breaks down and we're in the lifetime labor warranty phase of their care, of the chair's care, oh my goodness, we get customers some of them are panicking that they don't have their chair because it's the only thing that gives them relief from their back pain or neck pain or headaches or sciatica or stress or whatever. So the duty cycle, you have to respect that. So if you want to prolong the life of those components, you've got to give it the same period of rest that you use it. So if it's a 30-minute duty cycle, 30 minutes of rest. And of course, like I say, if you use it for 1 or 2 hours straight because you're in dire straits, well, then you make sure you give it a rest after that. And if you don't give it enough rest, sometimes the chair will tell you, just like your body will tell you if there's something wrong, you're not taking care of it enough. A chair can start to squeak and grind and you'll hear some funky noises. It may not be that your chair is breaking or that it's broken. It could be that it's just overheated and components have expanded and they're grinding against each other more than they were before. So anyways, be aware of the duty cycle. Here's another great tip. Do not step or stand on the footrest. Some people will stand on the footrest if it's still up in the air. Like let's say you're finished you've pushed the end button or the program has ended and you want to get out quicker than waiting for the chair to come back up to neutral. Well, you know what? Some people stand on the ottoman, which is the footrest, to get out of the chair quicker. And we have seen our share of bent frames because of doing things like that, or snapped off connections from the ottoman to the chair body. That will do some significant damage to your chair. And you know what? Getting a new ottoman to replace a damaged ottoman, you're looking at anywhere from $400 to $900, depending on the brand, where it's made, and you know what model you're getting or what model you've got. So be aware of that. Here's number 3 point. If you have pets that shed, that have hair like a dog or a cat, that hair can get into every part of your massage chair. And so it's good to vacuum it down from time to time or wipe it down. Or if you have a chair cover, use your chair cover. You want to protect the insides, the guts of the chair, you know, the mechanical stuff, the electronic stuff. But I might add that dander, which is kind of like not exactly hair, but even dander can maybe get into some components. You want to just be aware of that. So use your vacuum from time to time on your chair, wipe it down. And speaking of wiping down, you might want to use a synthetic leather cleaner, like a Naugahyde or vinyl cleaner, to wipe down the areas of your chair, particularly those that have oil on them or sweat from you, where your skin touches it, like your neck, like your arms, like your feet and calves. Those areas have sweat and oil from your body, and that can degrade the upholstery a little quicker than when you clean it. And leather, like there's not many leather models out there now, but I think of the Luraco off the top of my head. But they have leather upholstery, and there are leather cleaners for that as well. So wipe down the chair. And that was number 4. Number 5 is pets with claws. Going back to the cats and dogs thing, I saw one chair that had the entire front of the armrest shredded by cat paws. So again, maybe your cat or dog won't do that. I haven't seen much from a dog on that, but I've seen a couple that a cat have done. Again, a chair cover would do you good. And by the way, if you don't have a chair cover, that's all right. Use a single fitted bed sheet. People can use that, and those are cheap. You might even have some laying around the house. Use that to cover your chair when you're not in use, especially if it's in a room where there's a cat that has a propensity to gnaw or scratch. Number 6. Vacuum the footwells of your chair. You will be shocked if you own a chair for a period of time, or if you go into a massage chair showroom, because sometimes it gets neglected there too. Look in the calf well, in the back where the heel is, you'll see sand, grass, dirt, bread or food breadcrumbs or food particles, and they accumulate down there. And you know what? There's usually linen material that separates your feet from the rollers and from the airbags. And that linen gets worn out by, it's like having sandpaper down there, and you get your feet in there and you're pushing against it, and the rollers are going and they're creating movement, and the airbags are compressing and moving the foot from side to side. That will degrade or ruin or wear out, the linen of your chair as well, of the linen in the foot and calf massage mechanism. Number 7, if you live in an area where there's mice, make sure you got a mouse trap. If you see any sign of a mouse, the reason I say this is because our technician here in Utah has seen a couple of times where the chair's not working and they can't figure out what the problem is. So he opens up the chair or turns it on its side to look underneath, and there, in a couple of cases, he's seen a mouse nest. Now, I don't mean to freak you out. It's not like chairs attract mice. If you got a mice problem, they might find that chair to hide under because it's warm and cozy and out of the way. But they will gnaw on the wires. They will poop on different components. So if you've got mice, be cautious. Just clean up periodically. Make sure you watch out for any sign. If you see mouse turds around your chair, well, then you check your chair and get a mouse trap or a mouse what do you call it? Whatever, a mouse trap or a mouse uh, remover or whatever you call it. But do what you have to take care of that. Take care of that problem. And now I mentioned this earlier with the grinding of the chair. So listen to your chair. Listen to the sounds it's making. It might just be that it's overheated from not looking after the duty cycle. But if you do hear a noise or something snaps or whatever, don't just keep using the chair. Stop using the chair because it could get worse or more things could snap or break or malfunction. Call or get a hold of us or your supplier or your retailer and have them hook you up with the chair to get some warranty support on it if you've got it. Another problem, and this is number 9, too heavy for the chair. Now, some chairs are made to handle people up to 300 pounds. Some are only built to handle 245 pounds. But when you're looking for a chair, you make sure that you are getting a chair that can fit everybody in your family. Like you might have a family where everybody is, 5'9", 5'10", 150 to 180. That's great. You can fit in pretty much every chair. But you have an in-law that's 6'5" and 290 or 280, or you have someone in your family that pushes that 300-pound weight. The chair will still work. Okay. I mean, if you're 310 pounds and you're sitting in a chair that has a 280 weight limit, the chair will still work, but it's going to wear down the gears, the rollers, the roller track, all the mechanical components are going to get worn down quicker. Okay. So make sure that you get a chair that you fit in. If you're 300 pounds and you're getting a chair that can handle 240 pounds, well, number one, you probably won't fit in the chair. And number two, you're going to wear that thing out a lot quicker than if you got a chair that can handle your weight and your height. We've got people that, this is the funny thing about chairs that you see online. They look beautiful and everybody, thinks that one size fits all, but they don't. I know people who have purchased those chairs for, maybe $1,000 or $2,000, and the chair, it fits people up, 6 feet and under. And you got someone who's 6'3", they're never going to get their neck massage unless they slouch down in the chair and to get their neck massage. And that's annoying and it'll get old quick. Number 10, get a surge protector. If you live in a place like we do here in Utah, where you've got electrical storms that hit in the fall, and sometimes in the summer, it can blow out your chair. And we saw that in our showroom. We had a chair that we did not have connected to a surge protector in our Utah showroom, and a storm came one October and it blew out one of the chairs. Blowout means it fries the guts. So you got to get new components. You got to get new motherboards and things like that, or whatever they tell you have to have whatever they tell you you're going to need, you're going to have to replace, and it can be costly. So get a surge protector, not a multifaceted outlet. There's some of those, but if it's not a surge protector, it's not going to protect you. And then lastly, exposure to the elements. And the only reason I included that was because you're thinking, well, how can a massage chair be exposed to the elements? Well, I'll tell you how that happens. That happens because we had a customer in the Southern California area who had a chair that had a problem after 3 years. And so we figured out they needed some components based on what was broken down. And we went out and we fixed the chair. Well, 6 months later, they had the same problem. And we wondered what was going on with that particular chair. So the tech went out and he opened it up and he looked underneath and he saw rust everywhere. Now, most of these chairs have metal frames and metal components, and they were rusted out. And as it turns out, this customer keeps their chair on the back patio. Now it's covered, so it's not exposed to rain, and it's in California, so they're not going to get snow. They'll get wind, but they'll get ocean, and they lived on I think they lived in Manhattan Beach. So they were getting, over time, the moist ocean air was wearing out the components or rusting the components. And if you rust metal enough, as you know, if you've ever had a car in a like, I'm from Canada, where they put salt and sand on the roads when it snows, and you get that stuff, it's going to eat your metal away. The rust will eat it away. And that's what rust will do. And that'll do the same thing to chair components. So if you have your chair outside, maybe bring it in. If you have it in along the coast or in a humid area, and the West Coast is humid, but I've been to the East Coast and Houston coast. That's humid. And that may have some detrimental effect on your massage chair. Something people don't think about, but it's a legit thing. I mean, it's legit because we have seen it. I've been in this business for 20 years. We've seen stuff. We've seen stuff that is surprising at best. So, anyways, that's things that you can do to take care of your chair and mind it. Now, I've got a video coming out that'll talk about all this information. It'll be on our YouTube channel. It's not out yet. We have some other videos that we're having posted before then. But when it does, take a look at it and read it, print it out, go over it, whatever, or not print it out, but, take notes of whatever things that you think apply to you and take care of your chair. You don't want the chair to break down. I mean, I don't want your chair to break down because I have a lifetime labor warranty. I'm going to be taking care of you forever. You and I, when you buy a chair from us, you are like our family. We are connected at the hip because we will always be there should anything happen to your chair. We're like the in-laws that never leave, but when they come and bring food, you're happy that they're there. So it's like, take care of your chair. I don't want to have to fix your chair because it costs me money. It comes out of our pockets, but I don't want you to be without a chair. And like I told you, people panic when they rely on their chair and it doesn't work. And sometimes there's hiccups to getting the chair fixed, whether it's getting components because they're out of stock on them or the chair's discontinued. They got to try to find some parts that'll replace what the old chair had. I mean, sometimes the balls get dropped and they don't have their chair. So, it's annoying when a chair breaks down. Now, lastly, as I mentioned at the top of our broadcast, I want to talk a little bit about the Decor 2, and which I mentioned earlier because Nicholas is going to come and talk about that chair, that model in particular, and the Luraco i9 Max Plus SE, which is the chair that we have in our showrooms. Now, I want to talk about these two chairs. They're similar but very different too, and I'm going to highlight those differences. First of all, the roller tracks. The Luraco is a split track. So it's an L track it's got a hinge between the two upper and lower components. And that allows you to get a better stretch. And it allows for a different type of massage experience. It has two rolling mechanisms. The upper one has 2 rollers. The bottom one has 4 rollers. And they work on different parts of the spine. It's a very nice split track. Now, but what the Decor has, it has 1 roller mechanism. And it's an L track, but it's not a split track. But what's unique about that one is it has 10 roller heads, or what they call massage hands, on that roller mechanism. It's a pretty chunky roller mechanism, and we will have a video on that one out as well. That when the time is right for that one to come out. But that has 10 rollers, and it works your back strongly. And in my opinion, it has one of the best low back massages of any chair. Like, I have a bit of a extra curve in the low back, so the rollers have to reach out a little bit further to reach my low back. And when I'm done playing hockey, my back aches, and I like a chair that can reach to my low back and really grab it, and it does a good job at that. I would say that it's the low back massage is stronger than the Luraco, but we would have to say that the Luraco has a little bit stronger neck massage than the Decor. And the main reason for that is because Luraco has linen. I talked about the linen about the feet when we were talking earlier about taking care of your chair. Well, most chairs have a linen strip that separate your back from the back rollers. And it's thin, so you can feel the rollers more intensely. Now, Decor has their upholstery, their what do you call it? Oh my goodness, their artificial leather, their synthetic leather. That was the word I was thinking of. They have that filling the space between your neck and the rollers. So it adds it's more of a pad. It creates more a distance between your spine and your neck. So the massage is still good in the neck for the Decor, but it's not as strong as the Luraco massage on the neck area. Okay. The Luraco has a 3-year labor, 5 years parts warranty, which is a good warranty. Very few chairs have a 5-year parts warranty. But the Decor now has 5 and 5. So they've got 5 years parts and 5 years labor. And that is wonderful because these chairs do break down. They don't all of a sudden never break down after the warranty expires. As a matter of fact, the older a chair gets, the more it breaks down. I mean, just like anything, like your car, like your appliances, like your house, things break down the older they get, and a chair is no different. So the 5 and 5 is good. The 3 and 5 is good, but the 5 and 5 is exceptional. But having said that, Luraco offers a 10-year warranty on their upholstery, which is leather. Nobody offers that. Nobody offers much of a warranty on the upholstery, because there's at least in the past, there's been there's a chance that your upholstery can start to shred and disintegrate. And when I say disintegrate, I mean literally disintegrate. And when that happens, it's going to cost you to replace all the parts of the chair that where the upholstery is wearing down, and most of it's on the back, right? So if your back synthetic leather in the back is sewed on to the chair back, you may have to buy an entire new chair back to replace that upholstery. So, but Luraco has a 10-year warranty, which is pretty remarkable. That they even say something about a warranty for upholstery is remarkable, because nobody usually talks about that. And when you look at the conditions of the warranties of most chairs, it'll talk about the upholstery not being covered. The Decor can handle people from 5 feet up to 6'3". And by the way, I'm giving you published numbers. Sometimes a chair company will say, yeah, our chair can fit people up to 6'3", but if you have a long torso, the rollers may not reach the top of your neck. If you have a short torso, it might reach your neck just fine at 6'3", but trying it out is important. Luraco, on the other hand, they have a chair that they say fits 4 feet 7 inches up to 6 feet 10 inches. And I do know that chair will reach taller bodies. But again, if your torso is extra high and your legs are short, I have a longer torso than I have legs. So my torso is a little bit longer. But so I understand having a long torso and a short torso. But if you're 6'10" with a long torso, you got to sit in that bloody thing to make sure it fits you. And when I say fits you, it'll probably fit you, but it's got to fitting you by what I'm saying is that the rollers will go up to the top of the neck. You want the base of your skull and the top of your neck massage, man. That's fantastic, especially if you have headaches. You got to get that addressed. The Luraco chair is made in the USA, as most people know. Decor is made in Japan. It's designed, engineered, and built in Japan. And I want to talk to Nicholas a little bit about that, and the factory where it's built and whatnot, and we can talk about the quality of components. And it's not even, sometimes it's not even the component that's the quality. It's the quality control protocols that the factory employs to make sure the chair is ready to be dispersed to the world. Smaller factories, I've talked about this, and I don't want to get into this too deep, but smaller factories have lower quality components. There's no quality control testing, or no, I shouldn't say no, but little to no quality control testing. And that's one of the reasons why the chair is cheaper, because those babies just fly off the line, and then you get them and then they break down. And that's why we call some of those cheaper chairs disposable chairs. Rather than fix it, just chuck it out and get a new one for a couple $1,000. But anyways, that's a whole different topic, and I'm just going off on another soapbox. But anyways, made in Japan, made in USA, both good quality, well known for their quality. So that's something that's interesting. Also, and speaking of the upholstery, the Decor has beautiful oak armrests and panels, and it's real oak, authentic oak. And it's a beautiful color. And by the way, that chair is a beautiful chair. Both chairs are nice looking chairs. The Luraco has a more traditional look, and it has lovely upholstered stitching, but the oak panels on the Decor, most of all the synthetic leather is very smooth without it much stitching. I mean, stitching that's showing, and it's more of a smooth look. But the oak panels are beautiful, and the oak armrests are beautiful. That's something else that's different. Both of them have foot, calf, and arm massagers. And getting a chair with arm massagers is rare, and these two just happen to have arm massagers. But I would say that the Luraco arm massage is stronger than the Decor. But I will also say that because of the split track, the Luraco also has a better stretch component, because the Luraco can flatten out into more horizontal positions, so you get a better stretch. And so the arm rollers and the stretch are better on the Luraco. I would say the comfort level is a little bit better on the Decor chair, because it has more padding, and it also has a stronger low back massage. And I would say also that the decor, it's a nice looking piece of furniture. You know, it's like something that can fit in a room, and people go, "Oh, that's an interesting piece of furniture." And it is a massage chair, and massage chairs are not the prettiest furniture pieces in a home, but decor has tried to take that into account. And sometimes when you have nice aesthetics, you compromise function somewhere. Like you may not have leg massagers, because leg massagers are the most obvious telltale sign that a chair is a massage chair. And some companies will come out with no leg massage calf wells, so you're gonna have a compromised leg massage. So, anyways, there's a trade off, but Decor has done a nice job, or at integrating function and features and aesthetics. Also, what's interesting, now they both have lots of airbags, and the Decor in their new Decor 2, their airbags oscillate or need. Now, I've told you this before in terms of calf airbags. All calf airbags will inflate and grab your calf and then release, compress, release. Well, oscillating or kneading calf airbags will compress and they will knead your calves. It's a nice feel. I like it. Well, the Decor chair, all of their airbags do some oscillating, all of them. And that's what Nicholas told me when I first learned about the new line of Decors. He told me that they all have oscillation, and they also have airbags on the elbow. The Decor does. Luraco does not have airbags in the elbow, but they both have good foot and calf massages. And what's interesting about the Luraco is that you can adjust the airbag intensity and the roller intensity of one section independent of another. So if you want a strong neck massage and a little less strong back massage, you can adjust the intensity of those two sections. It's a sectional intensity adjustment. So they've got neck, back, and hips. And but most chairs, including the Decor, have one setting. So if you increase the intensity of the roller bag or the roller mechanism, it's going to increase the depth of the roller mechanism strength throughout the chair. Okay. Now on Luraco, you can adjust that. You can say, I want more intense on the neck. I want less intense on the back. And you can also do the same with the airbags. You can increase the airbags in the calves versus the feet, or versus the low back or the arms. So Luraco has been it's a very nice feature where you can adjust the intensity of either the airbags or the rollers independent of one section, independent of another. And anyways, anyway, I talked about that a couple of weeks ago. That is a kind of a brief, real rapid bullet point review of the Decor 2 versus the Luraco i9 Max Plus SE, which is the special edition, which has the split track. So I hope you found that helpful. I hope you found everything I told you today helpful, and hopefully not too verbose. This is a little bit longer than most of our industry updates, but going over the taking care of the chair took more time than we usually would allot. But anyways, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please feel free to thumbs up, like us on our YouTube channel, and feel free to call or text our phone number, which is 888-259-5380, and we'll answer questions for you. Whatever you need, we're there. Just text or call that number. And of course, help us spread the word about massage chairs by sharing this video or any of our videos with your friends and family. We appreciate that. Anyways, I'm Dr. Alan Widener from Massage Chair Relief, and I will see you again in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.